Hello everyone, I'm ColorCloud. This is my new name I give myself. Today is a new start for me. I'm officially starting my YouTube English language videos. This is my memoir. This is my true story. The true story of a successful Chinese immigrant woman who has lived in the United States for 10 years and a survivor. Just a few days ago, I turned 57 and now here I am starting over again. Right now, it is a Chinese New Year in 2026, the time when family are supposed to be together. Please imagine this. I am 57 years old. I spent half a year making more than 60 videos to looking for my family. I went through more than 100 days of DNA matching. I finally found my mom and my family. But they refused me twice. They did not reunite with me. They only told me I was an illegal tenant child, and they did not want me to disturb their peaceful life. So I had no choice but to pretend that nothing happened. I could not show my sadness. I could not complain. I had to understand my mother and family. I still had to be the same color cloth I was for the past 57 years. Abundant, patient, quiet, and not blame anyone. I had to keep him being a people daughter. What kind of pain is this? For the past half years, day and night, I often felt like I was in a trance. I asked myself often, I asked my friends, am I living a dream? Or am I living in the real world? My life is so strange and unbelievable. It feels like a TV drama. And honestly, I don't think there is even a TV drama like this. This is my real life. Even pain, every break down, every night of fear, every disappointment, every life, all of it is real and it is beyond normal reality. It is even beyond what many Americans can imagine about a real Chinese person's life. Before I go deeper, I want to tell you why I am making these videos. I'm not doing this for attention and I'm not doing this to get pity. I want to use my real story to tell the world this. In China, adopted children may face a very hard fate. The word adoption is not just one simple thing. Behind it, there can be long-term pain, control, and silence. My second purpose is to show a real situation in China today. Many people who experience the sexual abuse, boundary violations, domestic violence, and deep family trauma still have nowhere to speak. In Chinese culture, people often believe family shame should not to be shared outside. So victims are pushed to stay silent, to endure, and to pretend that nothing happened. Many people also look down on therapy. They think seeing a therapist is shameful. They think it means you are sick or even crazy. So they swallow the pain for years, for decades, sometimes for a whole lifetime. My third purpose is to help more people understand what trauma really is. Trauma is not being too sensitive. It is not weakness. It is not something you can simply think away. Trauma can stay in the body, stay in memory, and change the how a person sees the world and sees themselves. I hope more people can understand the trauma, understand the survivors, and support them. Less blaming, less why didn't you speak earlier, and more respect, more care, and more real support. This is an invincible wound. It is not on my skin, but it is covered into my soul and covered into my body. I cannot say it, but in 1 second it can tear me open, like I am bleeding again. When it suddenly comes, I cannot breathe. I cannot face it, even if I cry until I have no tears left. It doesn't not help. When it comes, it pulls me right back into the longer dark past. During this time, I found survival huge secrets in my life. Secrets hiding for 56 years. First, I was adopted during Mao Zedong revolutions because I was the illegitimate daughter of a labor camp. I was sent to a poor peasant family with political status. They don't have education. I cannot use any words to describe they were. Second, when I was still a very small child, a male in that adoptive family crossed my boundaries. My pen cut off almost all those memories. Third, my husband, a criminal who had been in prison for 3 years, used God to track me into remarrying him. And in the end, he moved 200,000 my money, used his friend's name false. My husband had a imperable past with that woman, the one who has I was called my adoptive mother. Later that happened helped me understand many things I could never understand before. On September 10, 2025, a psychiatrist disnoted me CPTSD. It was like standing in front of a mirror and suddenly realizing the person in the mirror was not me. The things that happened in my past, all the why questions I kept asking for so many years, suddenly had answers. But those answers were not freedom. They were a hard blow. They shattered me. Many friends worried that I wouldn't make it through this. My husband even reported me as mentally ill. He wanted me to the police station. But today I have already walked out of the darkness and I'm walking toward the light. I want to be myself. I want a new life. That is why I'm studying YouTube long videos. This is not only a story about finding out I was adopted. This is not only a story about escaping control and different kind of trauma. This is also the story of how I survived, how I lived through being treated like a child labor in my adoptive family and survived sexual trauma from boundary violations. How I escaped a blood-sucked marriage. How I stayed strong on my family searching journey through threats and pressure, and finally found my family. How at age 56, I finally saw the light shine on me, and how even while I was still covered in wounds, I braved, built 3 trauma support groups on Chinese biggest short videos platform to help and bring light to followers who have been through trauma like me. That's all for this episode. In the next episode, I will share how I found those truths after 56 years and how I finally get away from that terrible husband and separated from him. Thank you for watching. See you next time.